Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into some of the most unbelievable off-road accidents ever caught on camera. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. We've scoured the internet for the most heart-stopping moments where off-road adventures took a turn for the worse. From Jeeps flipping over treacherous terrain to ATVs plunging into raging rivers, these clips will leave you on the edge of your seat. Remember, the great outdoors can be unpredictable and unforgiving. These accidents serve as a stark reminder that safety should always be our top priority when venturing off the beaten path. This first clip shows us just how unpredictable off-roading can be. One minute you're cruising along, the next you're tumbling head over heels. This Jeep is navigating a tricky obstacle course, rocks jutting out, the ground uneven and loose. They take a sharp turn, maybe a little too fast. The Jeep starts to tip, the driver tries to correct, but it's too late. The Jeep rolls once, twice before coming to a stop on its side. Dust billows around the wreckage. It's a miracle no one was seriously hurt. This is a prime example of how quickly things can go wrong when you're pushing the limits. We're headed to the riverbank for this next accident. This ATV rider is about to learn a valuable lesson about the power of water. They're cruising alongside the river, enjoying the scenery, when suddenly the ground gives way. The ATV plunges headfirst into the fast-flowing current. The rider is thrown from the vehicle. For a moment, they disappear under the surface. It's a heart-stopping sight. But then, with a burst of adrenaline, they resurface, gasping for air. They manage to swim to the riverbank, shaken, but alive. It's a stark reminder that even shallow water can be dangerous. This next clip is not for the faint of heart. We're talking about a dirt bike crash that will leave you speechless. This rider is approaching a massive jump. The crowd is going wild, urging them on. They hit the ramp at high speed, soaring through the air. But something goes wrong. The landing is all wrong. The bike slams into the ground, throwing the rider like a rag doll. It's a brutal impact. But incredibly, the rider gets up, dusts themselves off, and walks away with only minor injuries. Chapter 4. Trucks stuck in mud. They say mud is fun, but this next clip proves it can also be a real pain in the axle. This heavy-duty truck is built for tough terrain, but even it's no match for this mud pit. The driver confidently steers the truck into the mud, thinking they can power through. But the mud has other plans. The truck sinks deeper and deeper, the wheels spinning uselessly. It's a losing battle. Hours later, a tow truck arrives to pull the truck free. The driver, covered in mud but otherwise unharmed, learns a valuable lesson about knowing your limits. Chapter 5. SUV rolls downhill. This next accident shows how quickly things can go wrong when you lose traction on a steep incline. This SUV is making its way up a rocky hillside. The driver is being careful, but the terrain is treacherous. Suddenly the wheels lose their grip. The SUV starts to slide backward. The driver tries to regain control, but it's too late. The SUV picks up speed, tumbling down the hill. It's a terrifying sight. Luckily, the passengers are wearing their seatbelts and escape with only minor injuries. Chapter 6. Off-road rally car crash. The world of off-road rallying is all about speed and adrenaline. It's a sport that demands not only skill but also a fearless spirit. Drivers navigate through rugged terrains, often at breakneck speeds, with the goal of crossing the finish line first. The thrill of the race is palpable, and the roar of the engines echoes through the forest. But as this next clip shows, it also comes with a high risk of danger. The unpredictability of the terrain means that even the most experienced drivers can find themselves in precarious situations. One moment, everything is under control, and the next, disaster strikes. This rally car is speeding through a forest track, trees whizzing past. The driver is focused, hands gripping the steering wheel tightly, eyes scanning the path ahead for any obstacles. The co-driver is equally alert, calling out directions and keeping an eye on the pace notes. The driver is pushing the car to its limits. The engine roars as they accelerate, the tires kicking up dirt and gravel. Every second counts, and there's no room for error. The car handles the rough terrain with precision, but the margin for mistake is razor thin. They come around a bend a little too fast and lose control. The back end of the car starts to slide out, and despite the driver's best efforts to correct it, the car skids off the track. It's a heart-stopping moment as the vehicle careens towards the trees. The car veers off the track. The once controlled speed now becomes a chaotic rush as the vehicle leaves the safety of the path. The forest, which was a blur of green, now becomes a looming threat. There's a sickening crunch as the car slams into a tree. The impact is brutal, the front end crumples under the force and the sound of metal bending and glass shattering fills the air. It's a violent reminder of the dangers inherent in this sport. Miraculously, both the driver and co-driver emerge from the wreckage with only minor bruises. It's almost unbelievable given the severity of the crash. They are shaken but alive, a testament to their resilience and the robustness of their vehicle. It's a testament to the safety features of these rally cars. The roll cages, harnesses, and other safety measures are designed to protect the occupants even in the most extreme conditions. This incident underscores the importance of these features and the advancements in rally car safety technology. Chapter 7: Quad Bike Collision. This next accident is a stark reminder that even when you're being careful, accidents can happen. Two quad bikes are approaching each other on a narrow trail. Both riders are being cautious, but as they round a bend, they come face to face with disaster. There's not enough time to react. The quad bikes collide head-on. Both riders are thrown from their vehicles. It's a scary moment. Luckily, both riders escape with only minor injuries. This could have been much worse. Chapter 8: Sand Dune Mishap. Sand dunes might look like fun and games, but they can be deceptively dangerous. The vast rolling hills of sand can be mesmerizing, drawing adventurers and thrill-seekers from all over. However, beneath their beauty lies a treacherous terrain that can catch even the most experienced off-roaders off guard. This next clip shows what can happen when you underestimate the power of sand. The soft, shifting surface can quickly become a trap, making it difficult for vehicles to maintain control. A group of friends are enjoying a day out in the dunes, driving their 4x4s up and down the sandy slopes. They laugh and cheer as they navigate the challenging terrain, their vehicles kicking up clouds of sand in their wake. One of the drivers gets a little too confident, attempting a steep climb. The dune looks manageable from a distance, but as the vehicle ascends, the incline becomes more daunting. The vehicle struggles to gain traction on the loose sand. The tires spin, kicking up more sand but failing to find a solid grip. The driver tries to maneuver, but the vehicle's progress is slow and uncertain. It starts to slide sideways. The driver attempts to correct the course, but the sand shifts unpredictably beneath the tires, making it difficult to regain control. And then, in the blink of an eye, the vehicle tips over, rolling down the dune. The once exciting adventure turns into a heart-stopping moment as the vehicle tumbles, sand flying everywhere. Luckily, everyone is okay, but it's a reminder to always treat sand dunes with respect. The friends gather around the overturned vehicle, checking to make sure everyone is unharmed. It's a sobering experience, highlighting the importance of caution and preparedness when exploring such unpredictable landscapes. Chapter 9: Mountain Trail Accident. Mountain trails offer breathtaking views, with their majestic peaks and serene landscapes stretching as far as the eye can see. But they also present some of the most challenging off-road driving conditions, where every turn and incline test the limits of both vehicle and driver. This next clip shows just how unforgiving these trails can be, especially when the terrain becomes treacherous and unpredictable. A vehicle is carefully navigating a narrow mountain trail where the path is barely wide enough for its tires. The drop-off just inches away, a sheer cliff that plunges hundreds of feet down, adding to the tension and danger. The driver is taking it slow, inching forward with extreme caution, knowing that any sudden movement could spell disaster. But one wrong move is all it takes. A slight miscalculation, a momentary lapse in concentration, and the consequences could be dire. The vehicle's tires slip on the loose gravel, sending a shower of stones cascading down the mountainside. For a heart-stopping moment, it teeters on the edge of the precipice, the abyss yawning below. But with quick thinking and a bit of luck, the driver manages to regain control, steering the vehicle back to safety. The driver pulls back from the brink, heart pounding, knowing just how close they came to disaster. It's a close call that could have ended in disaster, a stark reminder of the perils that come with the beauty of mountain trails. Chapter 10: Snowmobile Wipeout. Snowmobiling is a thrilling way to experience the winter wonderland, but it's not without its risks. This final clip shows just how quickly things can go wrong when you're speeding across a frozen lake. A snowmobile rider is flying across the ice, the wind whipping through their hair. They hit a patch of rough ice and the snowmobile starts to skid. The rider tries to regain control, but it's too late. The snowmobile spins out of control. The rider is thrown from the snowmobile, tumbling across the ice. It's a hard landing, but thankfully they're able to walk away with just a few bruises. Outro: stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more unbelievable moments caught on camera. Stay safe out there. We've seen some incredible escapes and some close calls that could have been much worse. These accidents remind us that nature is a powerful force and we need to treat it with respect. Remember to always be prepared, know your limits, and never underestimate the terrain. Until next time, stay adventurous but stay safe.